Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to manually update your Samsung Galaxy A72 via Odin. What that means is instead of updating through the settings, you will be updating through your computer, and that is needed in cases when, for example, your current update of the system that was installed through the settings destroyed something and you want to fix it. Maybe you aren't able for whatever reason to install the update, then also it is worth doing it through the computer. Or if you have a bootloader unlocked on your phone, then also there's a chance you may not be able to update your system through the settings, but you are still able to do it through your computer. So let's get to our settings first and check a few things on our phone. We'll need to get to About Phone, then go to model name first. Make sure you remember it. You can write it down somewhere. In my case, it's A72 5F, but it may be different in your case. Then go to software information and find baseband version. You can see, in my case, it's A72 5F XXU6, then something else. And what's the most important here is that 6. There's always double X after the model name in the baseband version. Then there is a letter like U or S, but that letter doesn't matter. You need to pay attention to the second letter or number after double X, basically the second digit. So here it is 6, which means it is the 6th revision on my phone. And well, yeah, so it is the 6th revision. If it's a letter, not a number, it means that it's even newer than numbers, because numbers range from 1 to 9. Then after 9, there's A, B, C, or D. So basically, if you, for example, have D, which is the 4th letter of the alphabet, you add 9 to that, and it's the 13th revision. So now it is important that you aren't able to install a newer version, an older version that you currently have. It is just impossible. No matter if you want to lose your data or not, it is just impossible to downgrade, but it is possible to upgrade. Now, also, this video is going to tell you how to do it without data loss. But to do it without data loss, it is also worth checking the service provider software version, basically the line at the bottom. The abbreviation that shows up the most is basically the one that you'll need to get. So it's OPV in my case. And then Android security patch level. Checking these two things will assure you that you don't lose your data. Yeah, okay. Now let's get to our computer and do all of that. I'll keep this software information open because, it is a little complex, but I think we'll be able to do all of that. So let's go to a browser first and type in your model. So it's, in my case, A725F, right? And then followed by firmware, like that. Go to any website. I'm choosing this one because I'm using it mostly, and it has the fastest download speeds from what I have checked. So I think it's great. Now go to the CSC code, and this is the service provider software version. So you can choose whichever one you like, but to make sure you don't lose your data, it is worth selecting the actual one that you have. So you can just type in the country if you want to choose any, or just type in the CSC code if you want to choose that correct one. I'm gonna choose the correct one. It's fine. And now we have the table of all the available versions. Now you need to get the one that that is basically that's revision is correct, right? So there's the 6s. There are 3 6s, and I currently have the 2024-0101 installed, right? Because it's Android security patch level. It is possible for me to install an older one if it's still 6. If it's 5, I cannot. But for 6, I can. And that's what you can try if you'd like. But now it is just important that you know. You can get a newer version, but if you get an older version, that is possible. So within the same revision, I cannot guarantee that you won't lose your data. I will try that myself. I will try to get the older version. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if it goes anywhere. But I cannot guarantee that. So I would recommend getting the same or a newer version, including the security patch level as well. Now, let's get... Yeah, I'm gonna get the older one, as I said, but that's just for fun. I've never tried that. Yeah, but if you're doing everything correctly, I believe that your data won't be erased. But if you have a chance to back up your phone, it's still appreciated, because you never know what fails. Maybe your cable breaks in the middle of the process, and then it's not really your fault, right? And it may destroy your data. So yeah, but we'll do our best to not lose the data. Now go to our website, HardReset.Info, and go to download. In the download section, find Samsung drivers. They are typically the first ones on the list. You can just download them here. And then also another thing is Odin, which you'll also need to download. So go to the download here, get the newest version 3.14.4, and then we can begin not yet. Yeah, the firmware is not yet download, but we can already begin going to the downloads here, right? And there's Samsung drivers. Right click on them and click on extract all. Do the same with Odin. So right click and click on extract all. It's gonna be somewhere here. Yeah, extract all. Then with the firmware, do the same thing. Now for Samsung drivers, go into them, install them. I have them installed already, so I don't need to do that, but you should install them and restart your computer after that, otherwise it won't work. Then go to Odin. You can just open that program once your computer is restarted. Remember not to restart it while the file is downloading, while the firmware is downloading, or while it's being extracted, because it's just gonna mess up the process, right? Okay, you can see I have the firmware right here. Let's right click on it, extract all, and extract. It may take a little moment, but now I can already put my phone in download mode, which is needed for the update. So let's turn the phone off by pressing and holding on power and volume down. Tap on power off and tap on it again. Get a cable ready that's not yet plugged into your phone but is already plugged into your computer, and then start pressing and holding on volume up and volume down at the same time. While doing so, plug in the USB-C cable, and now you'll see this blue screen. Shortly press on volume up, and now you are in the download mode. Okay, as you can see, the files are almost extracted. And once it's all extracted, simply click on BL here in the Odin program. Go into the folder with your firmware, select the file that begins with BL, and now it is important that you load the files for BL, AP, CP, and CSC, but for CSC, make sure that you get the home CSC, not just standard CSC, because standard CSC will erase your phone. And, well, if you want to erase it, feel free to do that, but you most likely don't want that, so make sure that you get the correct home CSC. Now I'll get the AP as well. The AP is the file that loads for the longest amount of time, so get ready for like even 2 minutes, depends on how fast your computer is. Okay, and now it's loaded, so let's click on start, and it should begin installing on the phone. So it may take a moment for it to install, then the phone will automatically restart. Get ready for like up to 10 minutes. I'll get back to you in those 10 minutes. Yeah, so as you can see, loading the older version results in this, which requires me to select factory data reset with volume down and the power button, then go down with a volume down and the power button. It's gonna format the data, and then I will be able to do it. So yeah, that's just for you to know that you shouldn't load the older system even if it has the same revision. You always need to get the new one. So I think it's just best to get the newest one, right? It's always safe to do that. So in my case, the data will be erased, but if you've loaded the correct system, then I believe that your data won't be erased, because I know that from experience. I've done it lots of times, and it always worked if I loaded the correct system, not the older one. And I hope that this video was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.